Good evening, ladies and gents, and welcome to another Q8 pilot stream. It is 2100 hours local time, 1800 Zulu. I welcome all of you guys here in chat. This evening we have with us today Chris Strobel. Welcome aboard, my friend. Charity Aviation, welcome aboard. And welcome to the Q8 pilot channel. Glad to have you here with us this evening. Stan, hello, Stan. Welcome aboard, my friend. Very, very nice to see you guys again. It's been a while, I know. Spycheck, welcome aboard. Glad to have you here with us. James, welcome aboard. Glad to have you guys here. And yes, it has been quite some time. I feel like it's been ages since I've streamed last. But yeah, I've been very busy with work, and as well, I wasn't feeling very well during when I originally scheduled this stream to go live a few days ago. Dougal McTavish, welcome aboard. Hello there, Honor. Welcome aboard. Glad to have you here with us this evening. Today, ladies and gents, we are back in the iniBuilds A300 for Microsoft Flight Sim, and I was actually going to stream the previous version 1.06, but they beat me to version 1.08, so I've updated the aircraft to the latest version, and I decided to fly the passenger variant as opposed to the cargo variant, since we've done the original stream with the cargo variant. The several changes has been made to the aircraft, including some of the textures and some of the VNAV, LNAV, the MCDU, the EFB. So today we're going to take it for a short hop from Bahrain International Airport in the Kingdom of Bahrain, and from the Bahraini capital, and we're going to be heading south to Abu Dhabi, the capital of the Emirates. Two airports I am very familiar with, and a route that I have flown in real life. It should be a fun flight, about 40 minutes today, cruising at 25,000 feet. And with that, let's go to the briefing room and take a look at Navigraph charts and take a look at our flight. So, as you can see here, we are going to be departing the Kingdom of Bahrain, runway 30 right. We have winds favoring the departure from this runway with 5-knot crosswind and 7-knot headwind, and arriving into Abu Dhabi this evening to Zayed International Airport, runway 31 right. As you can see, we have winds favoring 31 right with 1-knot crosswind from the left, and about 7 knots headwind, so should be an uneventful approach. The weather is quite nice in this region these days, with very pleasant weather during the evenings, and a little bit warm on the warmer side during the day, about 25, 26 Celsius this afternoon in Kuwait City. And let's get things started. Hello there, Luis Monza. Good evening to you, my friend, from Brazil. Hello, my friend. Hello, Mr. Compovus. Welcome aboard. I'm doing very well. I hope you are the same. All right. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to head over here to the electronic flight bag, and we're going to click here, go to My Flight, and we're going to import the flight from SimBrief, and we'll just wait for the flight. There we go. That's the flight, and we've got the METAR information for both Bahrain and Abu Dhabi. And next we can go to the ground equipment. We have the chocks and the ground power units connected to the aircraft, and that's all we need for the time being. We're going to go here to the overhead panel and start powering up the aircraft. We're going to go and turn on battery 1, battery 2, and battery 3. Very nice sounds aboard the iniBuilds A300. External power is on, galley power is on, and we haven't yet loaded the aircraft. So let's go to the weight and balance, and we're just going to say update from SimBrief and apply the load to the aircraft. Brilliant. And with that, we can now turn on the non-smoking signs and fasten seatbelt signs. Moving along the overhead panel, we're going to turn on the ground control And we're going to come here and turn the adheres to nav mode, and nav mode. Perfect. All right. Down here, we can turn on the nav lights. Everything here can stay off for the time being, and we can turn all these guys on and move up. Here, everything looks good. Everything looks good here, and we can again from the APU panel, we can leave the APU for the time being. Let's go ahead and turn on the fuel pumps. There we go. Fuel pumps are on, and we can now test the flight cockpit voice recorder, make sure that it's operational. Excellent. We have the script test here that we can perform right here and right here. Excellent. And next we can come here and turn on the window heat and the probe heat. Oxygen supply is turned on, and everything else is looking good here. All right, so we're going to arm the emergency lights, and next we're going to go to the MCDU. Okay, perfect. Let's come down here and we'll bring up the Navigraph charts. And we're going to also, what we can do is go to the menu. From the menu, we go to ACARS. From ACARS, we're going to request the SimBrief flight plan, and this will automatically bring the flight plan into the MCDU. Hello, Schlocksim. It's been a while, my friend. How are you doing? Hasso Basso. Welcome aboard, my friend. Salam, my friend. Welcome aboard. Glad to have you here with us this evening. And we have Mr. Antic just subscribed to the channel. Welcome aboard, my friend. All right, so we have the flight plan now loaded from SimBrief. As you can see here, Oscar Bravo Bravo India to Oscar Mike Alpha Alpha. The alternate is Dubai International. We can come here to Navigraph charts and get the rest of the information. The cost index is 40, so let's do that. All right, so 40 for the cost index, and the flight ID is Etihad Echo Tango Delta 6565, service from Bahrain to Dubai. All right, let's go to Align IRS. Excellent. We'll go to the next page, and now we can enter the fuel information. So we're going to come here and note our zero fuel weight, which is 109.71, 109.71, and the block fuel for the flight today is 11.1. Bit excessive, but this aircraft does burn a lot of fuel. So there we go. Zero fuel weight center of gravity is 30.27. 30.27, and we put that there, and we're good. Excellent. So we have all the information here, and now we can go to the flight plan. All right, from the flight plan, we're going to select the SID. There is actually no SID, but we are departing runway 30 right, as indicated here in our flight plan. So 30 right, insert. That's going to take us, we're going to fly direct to the Bravo Hotel Romeo VOR, which is the Bahrain VOR. We'll worry about that in just a little bit here. We're going to set things up for our departure, and then we're going to scroll all the way down to Abu Dhabi, and we're going to select the star at Abu Dhabi, which is going to be today the vehicle for Charlie. So actually we can select the runway first, 31 right, ILS 31 right, and then we can select the star, which is the vehicle for Charlie, which is this one here. And it's going to, we're going to need to take a quick look at our charts to see the transition. So let's go to the charts. We're going to go to the approach, and we're going to select 31 right, the ILS runway 31 right, and we're going to scroll down here a little bit, and let's take a look. So this is all right, let's take the let's go and take a look. I think the transition is there we go. So the transition is the I-trim transition, as you can see here. So we're going to select that one, and we're going to insert that. Excellent. We're going to make sure that there are no discontinuities in our flight plan, which so far there aren't any. All right, so no discontinuities. Excellent. So everything here looks good, and we're going to take a note of our platform altitude, which is 2,000 feet as we arrive into Abu Dhabi. Thrust set simulations. Welcome aboard, my friend. Glad to have you here with us this evening. I wonder why there's no flights between Abu Dhabi and Dubai. Well, there is one, but cargo. Yes, there is one cargo flight, and incidentally, that flight is actually a 747. It's one of the shortest 747 flights. It is 10,000 feet only. So the aircraft, the cruise altitude for that flight is 10,000 feet. The reason being is that the distance between Abu Dhabi and Dubai is very short, so it's cheaper to haul any cargo or to travel by car than by airplane. It's a lot more costly, and obviously the flights to operate a flight from Dubai in a regular jet, it would be very costly for the airline, so it won't be very cost effective. Okay, so we are good here, and everything is set up here, and the next thing we're going to do is we are going to go to the performance. So, but before that, we can come here and start the APU. Master switch is on, and we're going to start the APU. Excellent. And we're going to just click one time on the B button to reset the altimeter, which is 3009, and next we can go to the performance. Perfect. We are going to come to performance here, and we're going to select the departure runway, which is runway 30 right, and yeah, 30 right. And then we're going to sync the rest of the information, and we're going to click here on calculate. We have a flex temperature today of 63 centigrade and a V1 of 154, V rotate, and V2 163. Perfect. And there's no trim today, 0 and 0. Excellent. So we're going to come to the MCDU, and we're going to go to takeoff and approach. We're going to put 157, 163, and we're going to come up here. First, we need to turn on the pitch trim, and now we can manipulate the glare shield here. So we're going to put 163. 163. There we go, 163. And the altitude is 25,000 feet. That is the final cruise altitude for the flight this evening. So the 25 is now set. Perfect. Okay. Everything here is good. All right, so one thing that we need is, we'll worry about it in just a second. Okay, so let's just, all right, so the APU is available now, and we can turn on the APU bleed, and we can turn off the external power. We're going to come to the electronic flight bag, and we're going to go to ground equipment, and we're going to remove the chocks, and set the brake here, and remove the ground power unit as well. Perfect. Let's gauge the display. All right, and that is also done. Okay, now one thing for the departure, if we go back to the flights and we click here, we are departing runway 30 right. This is a VOR ILS DME departure, and this is the BHR VOR station. So, and if we look here, the VOR station here, let me come down up here and put this on VOR. Why is it not doing? There we go. Okay, so 111.3. Right, so 111.3, and the course to the station is 300 degrees. Okay, there we go. 300 degrees is set. Perfect. All right. If we look down here, that's the BHR VOR station. So we are actually departing the opposite direction. So we're going to make a turn back to BHR. So this is the runway here. We're going to depart, and then we're going to make the turn to intercept the BHR station. Okay, perfect. So everything here is good. We are looking good, and we're going to put this back here on 15 nautical miles. That's right. Brennan D. Oliveira, welcome aboard. Glad to have you here, sir. All right. All is good here. And we are ready to go. All right. So we can turn on the beacon lights in preparation for pushback and engine start. And everything else has been set up. One thing we can do is we can come here and we're going to go flex takeoff and about 60, what was it, 63, I think. Performance 63 indeed is the number, so we're going to set this to 63 centigrade. All right, 63, and that gives us a target of 95.4% thrust for our departure today. All the doors are closed, and we are good to start the pushback and engine start. Perfect. All right, so we can come to GSX and prepare for pushback and departure. Departure clearance is requested. Just look at this aircraft, how beautiful the iniBuilds is from all perspectives. What's going on here?
Hello, Captain. We're ready for pushback.
All right, ready for pushback.
Departure check.
So normally I stream on Saturday, so that is the definitive day for our streams. Though this weekend I will not be streaming on Saturday, but instead either on Sunday or Monday, as it is the National Day and Liberation Day of the State of Kuwait. And on this occasion, I will be running a giveaway here on the channel. I still haven't decided on the flight, but the giveaway is imminent here on the channel, so stay tuned for that. More information to come in the next couple of days. A couple of videos as well, so I'm going to be doing a full review of the Thrustmaster TPR, also coming very soon, and I know I promised you guys the full settings guide for X-Plane 12, which is also happening during this week. Okay, so we're going to do nose to the left.
Release parking brakes.
All right, we can release the parking brakes.
Commencing push. All engines clear. Start at will.
All right, and we have a clearance to start our engines. So we're going to go to engine A, and let's start with engine number 2. All right. Check out the sounds. All right, give it fuel. right, and we can go now for engine number 1. Brilliant. Engine number 1 now spooling. Right, 20 N2. Engine number 1 is coming up.
Set parking brakes.
All right.
Waiting your confirmation for good engine start.
All right, let's go to GSX and confirm engine start so we can dismiss the ground services.
Unlocking gear.
Did you mod your CFG file for the textures? Bernardo, welcome aboard first of all, and yes, I've posted a video on what I've done. So I've increased the resolution of my shadows to 8K, and I'm using NVIDIA filters. I've shown my filter in my last MSFS stream, so it's different from the one that I've originally posted. So yeah, we do have a brand new NVIDIA filter and 8K resolution for the textures. Let me show you one thing real quick here. So if you go to General Options and we scroll down here a little bit, you'll see here that you can see that shadow maps are set to 8K. And that makes a huge difference in the cockpit in terms of the sharpness of the shadows. I'm glad you like it. Your CFG file for 4K. So yeah, I've shown the 4K, but you can actually go to 8K. 8K is even better, as you can see here. The shadows a lot sharper. You don't see that jitter and all the jaggies. So yeah, it looks pretty good. All right, so we are good here. Let's come down here and set this to flight plan. We're going to set this to takeoff. There we have all our speeds. Maybe we'll go to econ. There, fine. Excellent. So we are good to go. We're going to turn on the nose light to taxi, strobe lights to auto, and the ignition can go to off. And we can now turn off the APU bleed. APU master is off. And we are good to go. Excellent. All right. Set my view. And off we go. Let's release the parking brake. Parking brake is released. And let's go. Sounds on the iniBuilds A300 are very, very nice. Just gorgeous. iniBuilds are known for creating very high quality add-ons for flight sim, and of course the A300 is their flagship aircraft, and it originally came out for X-Plane, and obviously we've seen the A310 for Microsoft Flight Sim, which came as as a part of the bundle free of charge. All right, here we go. Let's make a turn here. Now at Bahrain International, there isn't really a taxi all the way to the runway 30 right. So we get to enjoy this beautiful sight of this Gulf Air aircraft landing. Oof, that was a pretty firm landing, wasn't it? All right, as we enter the runway, we're going to turn on the runway turn-off lights and the landing lights. Nose light to takeoff. Strobe lights are on. All right, there we go. And we're just going to taxi on runway 30 left. All the way down, and then make the turn to 30 right. I like the cockpit views, look huge, not like some here that came up the manufacturing line. Yes, I agree with you there, Stan. It looks very, very nice. iniBuilds are really very, very good. I think they've really done a phenomenal job on their A300, and I think they've set the bar very high, I think, for their next production. So yeah, I really like the quality of their add-ons. They do take their time to develop very high quality add-ons, so that is definitely a very commendable job there on this aircraft. All right, there we go. We are making the turn towards runway 30 right, and there are no incoming aircraft. We are cleared for takeoff. Okay, let's reset the view. There we go. And let's go. Stop the takeoff. Checklists. All right. We forgot our flaps. So let's just bring the aircraft to a stop here on the runway. And let's set our flaps. There we go. Check out those beautiful animations there. All right, and now we're good to go. Stabilize at about 95, 98, 96. Right, 157 is our rotation speed. V1, rotate. Positive rate of climb, gears going up. Just look at this departure. All right, looking good. And we're going to begin the turn towards the BHR VOR station. All right, we begin the turn. And let's retract the flaps. We're going to go to CL for a climb. Parking brake, the landing gear is locked into position, in the off position. There are a few things we forgot to do on takeoff. Right, there we go. We can click here on profile, auto throttle, autopilot 1 is engaged. Alright, let's go to heading select. And we're just really heading towards the VOR station, which is the BHR VOR station. Eddie, welcome to Captain. Thank you for upgrading your membership, sir. It feels very, very nice to hand fly. Without a doubt. Alright, we can go to nav now. Fly direct to Kine, so we're going to go here to Kinnet. There we go. 10,000 feet. Landing lights are off. Nose light is off. And runway turnoff lights are off as well. Thank you very much, Eddie, for your support. Good evening, Aircraft 001. Welcome aboard, my friend. I'm doing very well. Thanks for asking. I hope you are the same. All right, we continue the climb. 11,000. There we go. Beautiful. All is looking good. We are going to reach our top of climb at 25,000 feet, just above the state of Qatar. So right there is, we're going to be flying pretty much over Qatar. So we are leaving Bahraini airspace. We're going to fly over Qatar and then onto our destination, 13,000. Let's set the baro to standard. Standard baro set. David White, hello, my friend. Good morning to you. How is the weather in... Oh, it's foggy. Foggy in Southern California. All right, we're looking good. All right, folks, let's head over to the cabin in the back and check out the beautiful work of iniBuilds with the passenger cabin. And as you can see, they've modeled this aircraft very, very nicely done. Both the business class as well as the economy class. So they've done a really, really good job with this aircraft. The texturing is just absolutely gorgeous. And we can come down here and we can also take a look at those beautiful wings. So let's take a look here at the wing view. Maybe we'll go back this way. I haven't flown this aircraft in quite some time, so I haven't set up the wing views. So here we are. I think this one is nice. So we can come here, and what we'll do is we'll simply select Alt Control and 3 for this view, and we're going to head over to the other side, and we're going to also set the view for this one here. So let me just use this one here and Alt Control and 4. So now we have 3 and we have 4. Excellent. We have a couple of nice wing views. 17,000 for 25. Sim sounds are overpowering your voice a little. Okay, that is something we can fix. We can come here and maybe bring this down here a little bit. Maybe that's better. I hope that's better, Dougal. Let me know if you want me to turn it further down. Hello there, Matt Johnson. Welcome aboard, my friend. I have MSFS running on Linux. Only issue dynamic weather not working and control issues with the fuse. Oh, that's too bad. Let me know, Dougal, if the sound is better now. All right, well, it's looking good here, and we are now flying over Qatari airspace, and we'll reach our cruise altitude in no time. Just look at the details, guys. Look at the details here on the panel. Panel work is really outstanding by iniBuilds. Look at those little scratches there, and the wear and tear. You can see it here as well on the landing gear. They have just really done a phenomenal job with this aircraft. Their best work yet, in my view. Here's a look at the cockpit. We can just zoom here, and then this is here, a really nice looking cockpit right there, and very resemblant of the real aircraft as well. So interestingly enough, I was at the Kuwait Society for Pilots and Flight Engineers not too long ago, and I was just absolutely mesmerized by the talks of many of the retired pilots. Now, Kuwait Airways used to be very big on the Airbus A340. The A340 was part of the fleet, and it was an aircraft that was absolutely loved by the pilots. And interestingly enough, they were talking about 4-engine aircraft and the demise of 4-engine aircraft, the A340 being one of them. And the reason why is that the pilot, the retired captain, was saying that the reason why these aircraft, such as the A340 and the 747, the A380, have not been very popular in recent years is the reason being is the increased reliability of engines. And so with ETOPS, getting really advanced, getting like more than 180 minutes now, there is really no need for the redundancy on the engines, because with 2-engine operation, they have found that the reliability of 2 engines is is sufficient, and that 4 engines isn't really cost effective anymore, and they don't really add to the reliability of the aircraft, because 2 engines are actually very reliable. An aircraft can fly with 1 engine without any issues. There is sufficient redundancy, and aircraft can pretty much do everything, take off and land safely with 1 engine. And he went on about explaining, oh, David White, a member for 12 months. Thank you very much for the support, David. Appreciate it, my friend. Hello there, Sylvester. Welcome aboard. Good morning to you, my friend. What is the best flight sim in your opinion? X-Plane 12. X-Plane 12 is my favorite flight sim. It's better than MSFS and the flight model in physics, but Microsoft Flight Sim definitely wins in the eye candy and scenery department. The depiction of the world in MSFS is much better. So yeah, so this is the reason, and you know, when obviously when you have 4 engines, there was another flight engineer who started asking the pilot about the fuel efficiency. He said, well, when you have 4 engines, is it just really a matter of fuel? And he said it's actually not a matter of fuel, because when you have 4 engines and versus 2 engines, obviously you're going to need a lot more thrust from 2 engines as opposed to 4 engines to maintain the aircraft, you know, speed at the higher altitudes. But he said it is really a question of the running cost for the airlines to maintain the engines. Apparently, in the world of aircraft maintenance, there is an inspection that happens every now and then. And so with 4-engine aircraft, they have to rotate the engines. So they take the engines out, they leave 2 engines, they take 2 engines, they bring another 2 engines, and the operating cost for the airlines becomes huge. Now, with 4 engines, you're going to burn just about as much fuel, apparently, as opposed to 2, because you're going to use a lot more thrust with the 2 engines to generate the same amount of power propelling the aircraft forward. So it was a very, very interesting topic that they were talking about, and I was just really mesmerized by all the talks, and pilots of the era, of that era, really love. They are obviously retired now, but they absolutely love the A340. Every pilot that is a captain or a first officer on the A340 just really swears that this was the best aircraft that they've flown. So very, very interesting talk. Luckily, X-Plane 12 runs natively and well on Mac and Linux with few add-on reception. Yeah, that is true, man. And thank you very much, sir, for your support. I appreciate it. Oh yes, Q8, I have been practicing engine out procedures in SIBO mod for some time now, and I am stunned of the reliable engines. Yeah, the single engine operation has become a norm now, and hello there, Guy. Welcome aboard, my friend. Glad to have you here. Yeah, it's definitely been a while. I hope you are well. All right, so we are at 25,000 feet, and we are looking good. If we look down here, we're still quite away from top of descent. By the way, we left our TCAS on standby, but that's okay since we're not flying on an online network. But we can come here and set this to TARA. There we go. Excellent. 25,000, and while we're at it, folks, we can come here and we're going to go to flight and go to 31 right is the runway, 31 right, and we're just going to grab the ILS frequency and the approach course, 108.75, 108.75. Alright, that is set. And the approach course is 306 degrees. Alright, let's set that as well. 306. Excellent. So yeah, we've got everything here set, and all is looking good. Thank you very much, man. Joshua Gaming 777, welcome aboard, my friend. Glad to have you here with us this evening. Welcome, welcome. So just once again, guys, I will not be streaming on Saturday. I am going to be streaming possibly on Sunday or Monday, either one of those dates, which marks the anniversary or Kuwait Independence and Liberation Days consecutively. And we are going to be having a special stream flying to the state of Kuwait. That's where Kuwait is from. And I'm going to be having a giveaway for you guys on this special occasion. We can come here here actually set this to cruise. There we go. And yeah, it's gonna be fun. So make sure that you Q8 your cockpit audio is smidge loud here. Is it, Chris? Huh. The sim sounds are too high. Oh. I thought I brought it down. Alright, let's take a look here. Alright, let's see if this works. Is this better now, guys? Just let me know if this is better. Let me know if this is better, guys. More, really? Can we, let me check here and see if, do they have a sound setting? Not sure if they have a sound setting here. Maybe, just maybe, bring it lower for this aircraft. Oh, you know what? Maybe we can just come here to the general options and go to sounds and let's see, aircraft engines, cockpit. Maybe we'll bring this down to like 47 here, something like that, 44. Let's see if that works better for you guys. Let me know if this is better. Hey, Vloggin, welcome aboard. I'm new. I've watched your videos for a while, but never attended a live stream. Well, welcome aboard, my friend. Glad to have you here. Welcome, welcome. Not any. All right, let's see if we can bring this down. I'm not sure why. All right, 12.5. Is this better? Just let me know if this is better now. Still too loud. No worries. Just let me know if it's better now. So we've reduced the sounds a little further. Okay, let me try. Okay, let me know if this is better. Maybe this is better now. Just let me know. Gee, lower. I won't. Really? It's that loud? All right. Can't tell. It's getting lower. No change. All right. Check it out now. How's it now? This aircraft is very loud. Yes, it is. The sound is fine to me. All right. Well, I think I brought it down. Just let me know if this is better. At least I can barely hear the sounds now. So let me know if this is better for you guys. Hopefully it is. I still find it too loud. Really? Gee, I don't know why. Alright, let me try to add a little bit of gain on my mic, so maybe you guys can hear me better that way. It's the background noise. Okay, let me try then to go to general options. Let's go to the sound, and let's bring the master volume to about around 60 here. And aircraft engines, will bring those down to about 50. Maybe that'll work. And let's see here. All right, let's go resume. I don't know if that's any better, guys. No, still loud. Guess I'll break out the earplugs. Pretty good to me. All right, well, I think it depends on, yeah, I've added a little more gain on my mic, and I think better. Okay, perfect. I'm glad it's better now. All right. So, let's take a look here. We are not too far from top of descent. We are cruising at 25,000 feet, and I've just added, I've reduced the sounds of the sim and added a little bit more gain on my mic so you can guys hear me a little better. And I hope that works. Hello, Osama Mohammed. Hello, my friend. It's been a while. Glad to have you here with us this evening. And yes, is OMAA Abu Dhabi? Yes, sir. OMAA is Abu Dhabi. I'm still loud. Really? Wow. So I'm not sure what is going on, guys, with the loudness, but I've done just about everything to lower the... now it's a little better. Well, I'll tell you what, folks. We can come here and we can reduce the sounds. So here are the sim sounds. So let me just bring this down here. So that is going to bring the sim sounds a little, or at 16. That's a lot. That's very low. So hopefully that's better for you guys. Just let me know. So we've reduced the sounds from within OBS. Hopefully that's better for you guys now. It got quieter. Okay, perfect. Much better. Okay, perfect. Everyone is happy. I am very glad. Excellent. On the dot. All right, perfect, perfect, perfect. So now we know we need to really lower the volume for this aircraft. All right, so we're getting very close to top of descent now. And if we look here, let's see here. Let me increase the range a little bit to see if we can... Not yet, not yet. All right, that's top of descent right there at Kaksop. Okay, perfect. So let me reset the MCP altitude to 2,000 feet. Right, and again, it's a short hop to Abu Dhabi. And we need to grab the decision height. The decision height, we're going to go for Cat 3, Cat 2, Cat 3. All right, so we're going to go DH and 50. There we go. And we are almost at the top of descent now. What's your guess for PMDG's new project? Is that the 777 that you're referring to as the new project? I'm not sure if they have something other than the 777 at this point. Kuwait, what flight sims are runnable on a Windows 10 computer? Sylvester, I believe X-Plane 10, X-Plane 11, beg your pardon, X-Plane 11 and X-Plane 12 and MSFS DCS all can run on a Windows 10 operating system. All right, so we are here at top of descent, so we're going to do a level change. And the aircraft is going to begin the descent, and then we're going to use the profile. So we're going to go back to profile, and that is going to keep the aircraft on the right speed and rate of descent for our arrival into Abu Dhabi. As you can see here, we are descending at about 500 feet per minute, and this is going to increase as this diamond icon here starts moving down. So we are slightly lower than where we need to, and that is, you see the diamond now starting to move, and what we want is this diamond on the center line here, and that is the best rate of descent for Abu Dhabi. It is getting dark. It's obviously in real life right now it's pitch dark in Abu Dhabi. It's nighttime in this region, but of course we fly in slightly different weather so we can enjoy the scenery as we arrive into our destination this evening. Most welcome, Sylvester. Anytime, my friend. So expect the complete settings guide for X-Plane 12 to come out this weekend. Also, we are going to be doing a full review of the Thrustmaster TPR, and I'm going to give you my honest opinion of what I think about it and whether I recommend it or not. Although it was given to me courtesy of Thrustmaster, but again, they've stressed out that they want my absolute honest opinion. There is also something coming up on the channel very soon, which is a review of the Pimax Crystal VR headset. Again, I do have this headset from the guys over at Pimax. And also there is an entry-level flight sim gear from Thrustmaster that is on the way. And again, they've stressed out. So Thrustmaster told me that, hey Q8, yeah, we're going to send you these entry-level flight sim gear, and we want your honest feedback. We want you to tell the community what you actually think. Don't worry about the fact that, if you don't like it, if there's anything you don't like, just say it freely, and which, of course, I normally do, whether they ask me to or not. All right, so we've begun the descent towards Abu Dhabi. Things are getting a bit dark here in the cockpit, so we're going to bring up some lights. Let's see here. So let's bring some lights here. All right, there we go. That's much better. And we're going to come to the overhead panel here, and let's see here. We don't need the reading lights. I think everything here looks good. All right, perfect. We can increase the lights here. I think that's the maximum. All right, perfect. And here is, we're getting very, very close now to Abu Dhabi. There you go. Yeah, you can see it far in the distance. Or slightly above. We need to descend at a faster rate, but we're just going to leave the aircraft for now. It should do what it's supposed to do. I think it wants us, there's some drag required. So let's extend the speed brakes. Just look at this view, guys. Just lovely. Right, Barrow is set to 3006. Right, speed is good. We can retard. We can disarm the speed brakes and continue the descent. What do you think is more like real life, X-Plane 12 or Microsoft Flight Simulator? I think that depends on, the perspective that you're asking about. So if you are asking about the depiction of how the world looks, I would say that Microsoft Flight Sim is more realistic in the way that it looks. But if you're asking me which flight simulator is the one that closely resembles flight dynamics like it is in real life, then it is without any shadow of a doubt, it is X-Plane 12. It is far more realistic in terms of the flight dynamics, the ground physics, and some other things such as the bursts, such as wake turbulence and things like that. Definitely X-Plane 12 excels in those departments and creates for a more realistic and, in my view, authentic flying experience in a flight simulator than Microsoft Flight Simulator does. Whereas Microsoft Flight Simulator excels in the depiction of the world, and therefore it is more suited for VFR flying. Obviously you can very much perform real-world VFR flights with Microsoft Flight Sim, thanks to the accurate representation of the world with, Azure and Bing Maps. So the combination really is a breakthrough in flight sim technology, and it really does mark a new era in the development of flight simulators. On this occasion, guys, I just really want to thank you all for your outstanding support over the years. The channel has surpassed 90,000 subs and over 18 million views. And for that, I am forever grateful for all the support that you've extended to me over the years. I'm very grateful, guys. Thank you very much, really, for all the support. What is the worst flight sim in your opinion? What is the worst flight sim? I don't think there is the worst flight sim. I think, so for example, I think flight simulators that exist today exist for different types of flight simmers. The more avid flight simmers who are very serious, I think, prefer X-Plane. The masses, though, prefer Microsoft Flight Sim because of the visual fidelity. Kids or people who are very young, who are just starting, will probably even prefer Aerofly FS over those two sims, which require some sort of a learning curve, and they require, obviously, some resources as well. So you need to spend some money on your setup, on your PC. So Aerofly FS may appeal to a lot of the younger people, but probably not to somebody who's very serious about flight simulation or is a real-world pilot who's looking to brush up on their checklist and stay current. So yeah, it really depends. X-Plane Pro is FFA certified. Yes, sir. Yes, X-Plane Pro is FAA certified and used by many institutions that teach flight schools. A lot of flight schools use it. All right, here we are. We are approaching Abu Dhabi, ladies and gents, and as you can see, here is the beautiful approach into the Emarati capital. We can see here, right there is Ferrari World. We'll take a closer look at that. And the beautiful Yas Island here in Abu Dhabi as we approach our destination. We can see again the it's a bit, it's getting dark here in Abu Dhabi as we arrive, and should make for an interesting approach. But yeah, it definitely is a beautiful, beautiful country, the Emirates. And if you're ever in the region, I highly recommend that you visit Abu Dhabi. I prefer Abu Dhabi over Dubai. If you ask me, it's just more. You'll find Dubai is very cosmopolitan. It sounds like when you're walking in Dubai, it feels kind of like Singapore, but Abu Dhabi has that local touch to it. It feels more like the Emirates as opposed to Dubai. That's of course my personal opinion. But I really enjoyed my short stays in Abu Dhabi more so than Dubai. I would agree probably with Dougal there that P3D is pretty much a dead horse. So here's the thing with flight sims today, they are very adapted different. Absolutely, V-Skycheck, yeah. All right, we're approaching 10,000 feet, gents. Ladies and gents, let's go ahead and turn on our landing lights. Right, landing lights are on, and we're going to turn on the fasten seatbelt signs in preparation for landing. Just look at those beautiful lights here in the cockpit. And here is an external view as we arrive into Abu Dhabi. with the beautiful Yas Island to our back, and Ferrari World right there. And there is the airport. This is our runway for arrival, 31 right. They've really done a very, very good job with everything from the strobe lights, the beacon lights, the overall look and feel of the aircraft. Everything is done just to a very high standard, making this aircraft an advanced rendition of the A310. I wouldn't, by the way, call this a study level, but it's definitely an advanced rendition of the A300 for Microsoft Flight Sim. Control panels of new planes from Airbus like A320, A330, A340, and so on have too little resemblance of what the A300 was. It seems another manufacturer. Really? I prefer Lamborghini World myself. If you ask me, Chris, I prefer Lamborghinis over Ferraris. But the question is, I'm not sure that I'm ever going to be able to afford one. So, yeah, we'll keep dreaming, though. It's nice to have a dream, yeah? Hello, Christopher. Welcome aboard, my friend. Glad to have you here with us this evening. Just in time for our landing into Abu Dhabi. 10,000. We're at 9,000 feet for about 7,000 more feet to clear before we are in Dubai. Looks like there are few aircraft. They're flying at lower altitudes right there. And here is a nice swing view for you guys. Maybe a resemblance of a Mad Dog. I think this aircraft specifically, I think it's very well done. The cockpit is very representative of the A310 cockpit. If you look at the footage of the A300, you'll see that it is very close match to what you'd see on the real A300. Very well done in my view. The A340 is also nice. Yes, it is. Yes. Just really very, very nice. Look at this beautiful sky color here as we arrive into Abu Dhabi. Right, we're going to switch this to ILS. And on the first officer side, ILS, we are going to set the auto brake to medium. We're going to arm the speed brakes. About 1 knot for wind correction. There we go. All set. It is a beautiful sunset. Yes, sir. Without a doubt, Joshua. Hello, Jeff. Welcome aboard. Yeah, better late than never. Absolutely. Welcome aboard. Glad to have you here with us this evening. Looking good. Here is the turn towards Abu Dhabi. We're looking good. That's the runway. 31 right. We're looking good. All right. All right, so at this point, we can engage the approach. So let's go ahead and do that. We're going to go to land. We are looking good. All right, and to the localizer, we should be able to capture the localizer. Good, its localizer is captured. So that's our arrival runway ahead of us now. We're looking low. Descent rate is good. All right, and we're going to select flaps. Flaps 15, slats 15. Looking good. The lighting inside the cockpit is just really very well done. All right, and let's see. All right, we'll just leave it here, and we're going to go to takeoff and approach. Okay, so we'll leave this here, and we'll activate the final approach just in a little bit. Right, looking good. We'll switch this to 15. There we go. We have the runway in sight. A beautiful evening here in Abu Dhabi. Visibility is great. And it should be an uneventful approach as we arrive into the Emarati capital. Grab your parachutes. Welcome aboard, my friend. Do you need to set the ground altitude in this aircraft? I believe you do, yes. All right, here we go. The localizer captured. Looking good. We're going to go ahead and select gear down. We're going to go final approach. Final approach. And we're going to go ahead and lower the landing gear now. Right, here we go. Landing gear is coming down. All right, looking good. And let's go ahead and flaps. All right. Once more drag. So what we're going to do is we're going to just extend the flaps further. Right, looking good. I'm going to reset my view. Alerts are off. Okay, and flaps full. We are clear to land. Runway 31 right. Hello, Matt. How are you doing? We had a good DC-10. Want to make a Brussels, Jeddah, Uganda run. That was Sabina's route in the 80s. Oh, how cool is that? Better the plane like always, Q8. I'll definitely do my best. Alright, 126. Why is it giving us 126? That's 128. So let me increase the speed a little bit. Alright, we're going to go to 130. We're looking good. Very beautiful looking aircraft. Just look at those flaps. Gotta love dusk in MSFS. Absolutely, Chris. Yes. It actually looks a lot better during daylight. If you ask me, the approach into Abu Dhabi looks a lot better during daylight. But yeah, change is always nice. So we'll try something different this time. Very, very nicely done. Alright, we're looking good. 1,300. Let's go ahead and disconnect the autopilot and hand fly the aircraft. Autopilot disconnected. Right, my aircraft. And manual thrust. I don't think we'll be able to hear the altitude callouts. Very slight wind.
400.
Oh, okay, we can hear them. That's good.
300. 200. 100. 51. 40. 30. 20. 10. 5.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Abu Dhabi International Airport in the United Arab Emirates. Bit touchy there on the controls on the ground. Bit of a firm landing. Thank you very much, guys. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Very nice texture work on Abu Dhabi International Airport by iniBuilds. So this airport is by iniBuilds. If you're interested in the scenery that we flew from and to in this live stream, just type !scenery and you should be able to get the links to both airports. This airport is by iniBuilds. Very, very nice rendition of Abu Dhabi and Yas Island. Yas Island is a separate download, but it's free of charge, available at the iniBuilds store. That was a fun flight. Brakes are hot. Let's turn on the fans. Oof. Almost hit that aircraft there. Alright, let me switch to the outside here, see what's going on there. Alright, first let's bring back the flaps. There we go. Very hard to see things during nighttime. And maybe there is one spot where we can park the aircraft right there. Yes, there is one there. Wow, very nice airport, very nice scenery. All right, the marshal up there is telling us what to do. We probably already blinded him completely. Parking brakes set. Excellent. And we can come here, turn those lights off, turn this to auto, and we can come here and go to the ground equipment and connect the ground power unit. Excellent. And we can kill the engines. All right. Very nice rendition of Abu Dhabi International by iniBuilds. Highly recommended airport if you like flying in this region. I'm not sure if those jetways are going to... It doesn't seem like they're going to connect. Looks like the stairs... are coming to the aircraft. But yeah. All right. So folks, before we conclude our stream today, I'd like to show you this airport. You've seen it during nighttime and you see how beautiful the night lighting is, but I think it's also worthwhile looking at the airport during daylight. and looking at all the details that iniBuilds have put into this aircraft. As you can see, the interior here is done quite nicely of Abu Dhabi Airport. As you can see here, and down here as well. So very nice rendition of the airport. There you go. Look at that. Just very, very beautiful rendition of Abu Dhabi Airport for Microsoft flights. A very accurate one too. And it looks even better, in my view, it looks even better during daylight. So let me change the time here a little bit, so you guys can have a better look at the texturing and what have you. So there you go. Here you can see again the beautiful texturing of the structures, of the actual airport structures. I think they're done very, very well, and this is a very, very accurate rendition of Abu Dhabi International Airport. I don't know if you've been there in real life. I have been there many times, and this is very, very accurate, including, let me make this a little bit faster. There we go. Including the entrance to the airport, as you can see here. Look at just beautiful, beautiful work by iniBuilds on this airport. Really commendable work. Very nice. The glass, the materials used, the reflections are all done very, very well. And if you know, you can also opt for the freeware scenery of Yas Island, which also includes Ferrari World. This is just really a very beautiful rendition of Yas Island. Just look at that. Let me go here. Yeah, just look at that with all the yachts, the placement of the vegetation, and you can see here, here it says, right here it says Abu Dhabi in Arabic, and this is something actually you'll see in real life as well. So very, very accurate rendition of Yas Island. Just look at how beautiful this is. There you go. Look at that. Just look at that. Beautiful work. Really beautiful rendition. Beautiful texturing. And there you have it. That's Abu Dhabi. And there's Ferrari World as well, with all the roller coaster and all the rides. If you're ever in the region, guys, I highly recommend it. Your kids will enjoy it immensely. It's a very fun place for the family. If you're ever in the region, I highly recommend Ferrari World in Abu Dhabi. Very, very nice place, and a very nice rendition by iniBuilds. Very, very nice. I believe they have an office in Dubai now, so they are stationed in the Emirates. Very, very nice work, really, by iniBuilds. And coming back here to our aircraft, the passengers are obviously disembarking from the aircraft, and this brings us to the conclusion of our stream. Yeah, definitely, Chris. Some of the best architects have worked on these airports, and generally the buildings in Dubai have been really trusted to the world's best architects. Something that's very spectacular, without a doubt. Well, folks, just very quickly before I leave you in peace, we are going to be streaming on either Sunday or Monday in celebration of Kuwait's National and Liberation Days. Also to come this week is the full settings guide for X-Plane 12, a review of Thrustmaster's TPR, as well as a Pimax Crystal review a little later during the week. I want to thank you very much, guys, for being with me this evening. I hope that you've enjoyed this live stream as much as I enjoyed streaming it for you. Until next time, please take care of yourselves and each other, and I will see you all very soon. Thanks for tuning in, and good night.
Passengers bus is coming.